Okay, so we've started kind of in the deepest parts of Impact Dashboard by looking at the actual scenario. And then we took a step out and we're looking currently at the control center. Now we're going to take another step out to look at essentially where all of our projects are contained. So I'm going to go back out to kind of our list of projects. Now on this screen, we see tiles, and these tiles, each tile represents a project that we've created. So Project Zip here, with our two scenarios, with our tags, we can see is listed right here in this first position. That's the one that we most recently edited. Now, we see them in a tile view just like this. If we wanted to, we could actually make it look like a list view. So for people that want to see a list view, you can get that version as well. I like the tiles, so we'll go back to the tiles. On each one of these tiles, we have the ability to rename the project. So if we wanted to change the name of that for some reason. We also have the ability to delete the project. So a little trash can icon will allow you to delete it. I don't actually want to delete it, so I'm not going to hit delete on that. But then this middle icon with the arrow says move, and this is going to be allow us to categorize this project. So for example, we are on a list of all of our active projects right now, but we're able to categorize these or kind of identify these based on their outcomes. So if we wanted to move it, we could move it to a couple different options. So we've got won, lost, and archive. And so if we wanted to, let's say that this project worked its way through, we got it approved by the city council or whatever, we can move it to our won category. So now it's no longer listed on our active. If we go over to our won projects, we only have one so far, and we can see it here. If we need to move it back, I accidentally did that. Let's put it back to our active list. So what we can see, we can navigate to each one of these lists and see the projects that we've got in each category. In my case, most of mine are there on the active category. We've got one archive project that's gone dormant. If we look at all of them, if we just want to try to find where's that project, we can't find it on any of these lists, we can look at all and we'll be sure to find it here. We have our little status icon that you can see in the upper right corner showing us active versus archive projects. If we look over here in our navigation, this drawer navigation menu that pops out, we can see we could jump to a specific category straight away. So going back to our active list. Well, the other thing we can do is kind of jump into recent projects. So it's keeping track of my recent projects, so I can jump straight to some of these recent projects without having to look for them on this list. Now on this page, we have the ability to do a number of things regarding these projects. So for example, if we wanted to search for our projects and I remember the name of it, but I don't see it, I can just start typing. And we would be able to filter down that list or search based on this, the text that you enter in here. Now, the other thing that you can do is actually filter by tags. So if we remember, we had applied some tags to some of our projects. If we wanted to just get all of our 2019 projects, maybe get all of our 2019 projects that are in the downtown, we can really zero in on these. Then the other thing that you have the ability to do, obviously, is to create a new project. So if I were to create a project, I can just type in any old name that I want. I can type in the name of the project and hit create. And now we've got our brand new project ready to go. If I click on this, I'm able to go in and start entering information. So this brings me to my the next point where I want to talk about how to get information into a project if you're starting from scratch.